Hello everyone, I am BlueBlaze, and Halo 2 continues the trend started by Halo CE of having fun and iconic stages. To continue what I have previously started, I will be tiering the entire Halo franchise's stages into one single list based on my opinion. Like last time, I'll be ranking them under the categories of Mythic, Legendary, Noble, Majestic, and Osiris. However, before I get started, you may have noticed I have moved Assault on the Control Room down to Noble tier. I would like to note that I feel this list is free-flowing in a sense, and is subject to change over the course of the series. Without further ado, here is my tier list of Halo 2 stages. Skipping over the cutscene and separate tutorial level, the first level in Halo 2 is that of Ciro Station. Similar to the Pillar of Autumn in Halo CE, players start the game in space on a UNSC vessel of some description. Continuing with the Pillar of Autumn similarities, the level appears to introduce the player to all the mechanics present in the game in a good fashion. The one thing I feel it holds over the Pillar of Autumn is the tutorial is separate, which means people who need to play it multiple times like myself don't have to do it every time. For that, as well as what I feel is a good starter level, I think I will place it in Noble tier, above Assault on the Control Room. Next up is Outskirts. For being the first mission on Earth, I personally feel it does a fairly good job. I quite enjoy the certain sections around the outside of the city, like the Hunter encounter and the beaches. Whilst I feel it is a great level, I feel things such as the abundance of jackal snipers stop it from being at the top in my opinion. I think my ranking for it will be in the Legendary tier above 2 Betrayals and below Halo. I believe Metropolis is my favourite level out of the entire game, and combined with Delta Halo is generally the first level I think of when I think of Halo 2 as a whole. To point out some highlights, the tank on the bridge I quite like, the vehicle sections through the city I feel are fun, and the Scarab battle at the end is something I quite like to come back to and see how quickly I can finish it, even to this day. For me personally, I feel this level deserves to be in the Mythic tier, above the Maw and below the Silent Cartographer. The first level as the new character, the Arbiter, is by what I believe at least set on a Forerunner station on the planet next to Installation 04 from Halo CE. Whilst I don't feel I mind the level, and I quite like the Banshee section going around the station, I think I personally feel it belongs in the Noble tier, below Assault on the Control Room and above the Truth and Reconciliation. Following on from the Arbiter is the Oracle. I personally think I feel the level doesn't really match the last for me. The main point I have is the elevator sequence that personally feels as if it takes a very long time to get through. I feel I quite like the cutting the wire section, and I think the boss fight is okay in my opinion. I think I'll place the level in Majestic tier. As I believe I may have previously stated before, Delta Halo is the other stage that always comes to mind when thinking about Halo 2. I feel I quite enjoyed the opening drop, and I love exploring through the ruins in the Scorpion. I am fairly sure, other than Metropolis, this level is probably the next level I have played the most in the entire game. Personally, I feel I may place it in the Mythic tier, underneath the Maw. I feel Regret comes very close to reaching the same level as Delta Halo for myself. I feel I quite enjoy the Hunter fight, and the underwater section looks amazing. I feel especially with the anniversary graphics applied. Whilst I feel the gondola is fun, personally I feel it goes on a small amount too long for me personally. However, I feel the level is great enough to go in Legendary above everything else. I'm not quite sure where most people stand on this level, and I may make some people quite unhappy. However, I personally feel I'm not quite a fan of Sacred Icon. That may just be me. I personally feel the gondola in this level is much too long in my opinion, and there isn't much else exciting apart from the Enforcer Sentinels I feel. I think I may place Sacred Icon in Osiris tier above the Library. I'm unsure if it may just be me, however I personally find Quarantine Zone somewhat forgetful when I think about Halo 2. I think the main draw for me is the snow mixed with fire feel. I feel it looks quite nice throughout the level, mainly in Halo 2 Anniversary's graphics. I think that looks really cool, and it's okay overall. I think I may place it in majestic tier above the Oracle. I feel I personally have a small amount of a soft spot for Gravemind. I feel I quite like the theming of the entire level, and I feel the encounters play quite well in some fun situations overall. I personally think saving the Marines is quite fun as well. I think I may place it in Legendary tier below 2 Betrayals. For me personally, I feel Uprising is another fairly forgotten level in my mind. I think it is quite fun and the battles flow fairly okay. I believe I am aware I don't have much to say about this one, and I am sorry for that. I believe I may situate Uprising in the majestic tier between Quarantine Zone and the Oracle. High Charity for me is a reuse of Gravemind, however with a more flood theme splashed over it. Whilst I don't have anything against it, and I think the level is fairly fun, I feel it doesn't have as much overall as some of the other levels in my opinion. I think I may place it in Noble tier, between the Truth and Reconciliation and 343 Guilty Spark. The final stage, the Great Journey, I feel is quite a fun level to me. The beginning with the Wraith, leading to the Forerunner structure, and fighting up to the Scarab, I feel personally is quite well paced. I feel escorting the Scarab is overall okay, however a small amount slow for me personally. I believe I may be one of the few people who quite enjoy the boss fight against Tartarus. One of my favourite things to do is take the Banshee in and get rid of him really quickly. I find that really fun. I think I might place it in Legendary underneath Gravemind. There we go. I believe that is my final list for today. However, some of these could change in the future. I feel a fair amount of everyone may have a different opinion to myself, and I feel I wouldn't mind hearing them in the comments. Next up for the tier lists is Halo 3. However, I think that may be all from me today. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I hope to see everyone next time. Cheers everyone!